Hi there, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is your mid-October reading. Happy Halloween to you all. Let's get right into it here. The energy is brimming. Now, I was hearing for you, I was meditating on your energy before I turned on the camera. Dear Sagittarius, I was getting the wheels on the bus go round and round. I was also hearing wheelbarrow. And that you are brimming with optimism. My goodness, right? Okay, ruled by Jupiter. What more could a Sagittarius characterize? Optimism. Okay, but there's this in true Sagittarius sort of fashion, there's this readiness to accept what it is that we understand, okay, I'm hearing our fate. Okay, and I'm hearing as well our value. Now, let us see what comes through for you, dear Sagittarius. Very interesting. Oh, beautiful. Okay, ooh. Let's get one more. Oh, my goodness. Okay. You have in your theme the Three of Wands upright, overlaying the Ace of Swords in reverse, mirroring the Devil upright. Okay, now you have in your deep past the Father of Cups in reverse, in your recent past the Four of Wands in reverse. In your energetic pathway that leads you into your current state, you have the Two of Wands in reverse, which points just down into the Chariot upright in your current state. Beautiful. You then have the Nine of Pentacles upright in your advice. You've got the Eight of Pentacles upright in your environment, the Daughter of Pentacles upright in your near future, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse in your hopes and your fears, the Sun of Swords in reverse in your final outcome that may be seen in tandem with the energetic pathway that you lead out with, comprised of first and foremost, my goodness, the Eight of Wands upright, and this energy is almost like unwieldy a little bit, like, oh my goodness, okay, one really big wheel and one kind of small wheel and another wheel that is sort of like it's like a triangle wheel. Okay, it's like, but it's moving, whatever it is, it's moving. And so we'll get into that. But you've got the Five of Cups as well in reverse and the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, Ten of Pentacles in reverse, okay? The Sun upright as you lead out into the Sun of Swords, okay, in reverse. There's a focus on creation. I'm hearing flat out, plain and simple. Now, before I get into it, though, you came out strongly for Pisces and Scorpio, Sagittarius. So whatever that may mean to you, you may want to check those videos out. Nonetheless, let me tune in for you, Sagittarius. You also popped out with the Daughter of Wands in reverse, okay? As I was meditating on your energy, there's this focus on the role that you take on as the creator of your world, okay? And there's a whole lot of work that goes into that, a whole lot of work. But you understand the role that every part plays, right? Every part of the work that you do plays. And that makes you excited. That makes you, it's a sort of, it's like a badge of encouragement as I'm hearing it for you to get the job done. I'm here to get the job done. And what I'm getting though here is that it doesn't really feel like work, Sagittarius. It feels like you're on some sort of, you're in an amusement park. Okay, that's the kind of feeling that I'm getting. It's like, who called the merry-go-round an obligation? I love the feeling of dizziness, okay? It's that kind of thing. And others may be looking at you like, Sagittarius, do you need us to get you a room? Okay. Sagittarius, okay. But you're like, Sagittarius is not here. Sagittarius is creating its world. And to do that, okay, I've got to get completely lost in the world that I'm currently existing in. And it's a process of finding yourself through the work that you're doing. So it's like, I'm getting that you're incredibly preoccupied during this time, 15th to the 30th approximately. Of course, time and energy, right? The lines are blurred, energy is fluid, of course, so it may permeate a little before the 15th, a little after the 31st, okay? But this is a sort of, I'm hearing a wave of pandemonium, I'm hearing distress that doesn't stress you out. It's very interesting. So it's almost like, those around you may be like, I don't know how Sagittarius is standing over there. Okay, I'm hearing cool and calm as a button. Okay, but I'm hearing they seem to know what they're doing. Okay, so it's almost like I'm getting this feeling of this synthesis of almost chaos. Okay, and I'm also hearing confusion. Okay, but I'm getting that that's more of a peripheral sort of energy as others view you and what you're doing. They may be right looking at it as like an onlooker, right? Maybe questioning in a certain way what's going on. Okay, but I'm getting that right, on one hand there's this pandemonium and there's this shakeup and there's this change, this momentum and this movement, but at the same time there's this assuredness. Okay, there is this consistency of what we understand is the reason for it all. The reason for these changes, what are they? Okay, so it's almost like you, and I'm seeing you as like a puppeteer. You've got these strings attached to your fingers, and it's so complex, and all of the strings and the puppets some of them are intertwining, but it's so methodical in a certain way for you. It's almost like this is exactly the game that I've come here to understand how to play by way of just playing it. And it's this playfulness. It's this, you're like, you know what, even if, right, whatever, right, I get these puppets interacting in odd ways. I'm going to find not only my way out, but I'm going to find myself waiting on the other, I'm hearing, line. Okay, very, very, very interesting. Now, Sagittarius, I'm hearing Scorpio for you. This, and you've got the Father of Cups in reverse, in the deep past. There is a focus here on the connectiveness of the actions that you take to the mission for why you're taking them. Your objective, okay, is almost seen simultaneously, felt, experienced simultaneously to your movement to reach it. And it's that embodiment, okay, that holds so much momentum. And it's that moment, Sagittarius, where you're like, I can't be concerned about how the process materializes because I'm so taken by the process that I understand is not an externalization of material assets, but is the process deeper and deeper into who I am and become in every transformative cycle. There's a focus for you, Sagittarius, on how it is that you move through cycles of change. Okay, and how the part that you play is a part of that greater context. And just as much, okay, as you, I'm hearing ride with that. And you've got the Chariot here in your current state, as you ride with that. Right, and so I'm filming this on around October 9th. Okay, so but this again, it could depend for different individuals. It may, right, this current state may align with a few days before the 15th, a few days after. Okay, I'm hearing 13th specifically for a number of you now. Nonetheless, there is this sort of I'm hearing this access point, this entry, okay, the gateway to manifestation that happens, I'm hearing, when you're not trying, almost like when you're not trying. It's just, there it is, you stumble upon it, okay. And it's almost like the Chariot, okay, had no idea that it would begin to gallop upon these lands, I'm hearing, that were mined of gold, okay. The focus of the Chariot, it's like the Chariot's got its one pentacle hanging on its neck, it's all it needs, okay, and it's got, right, its intuition, it's guiding force, it's got, right, the heat of a blazing sun on its back, it has this warm, fuzzy sort of feeling. It's also somewhat in a daze, right? It's like the chariot is not necessarily methodical, okay, but it is directive, and it has a certain also premonition about where it's moving. But the focus for the chariot is not like looking down, well, where am I going to? Well, excuse me. What is the path that gets me there? Okay, but the feeling I'm getting is that what comes just naturally as a byproduct of the process and the flow is abundance, but not that which is expected, I'm hearing, or even created, but just simply that which exists, I'm hearing, in tandem with you. Okay, so there's a certain acknowledgement, okay, of the self. The focus being on the self, the focus being on, I'm hearing, the minimalism of self, zeroing it down to the passion, zeroing it down, right? Who's the spider spinning the web? Right, but the Daughter of Wands right above, right? This Eight of Pentacles, right? The spider is looking up at the Daughter of Wands. Daughter of Wands is in reverse. It's almost like the fabrication of a doll. And I'm imagining this like Build-A-Bear, okay, in like a factory. And the factory worker is almost creating, okay, producing a version of what this vision is that it holds. And it's almost as if right, it's like a painter, or I'm also hearing a sculptor, okay? An illustrator, okay, who is, right, watching, and sometimes, right, in drawing class, right, they'll have you do this. There's this, depending on, right, what it is, but there's this object, okay, of desire. There's an object, okay, and so the illustrators in the class, they are to look at the object and transpose it on paper, right? To look at it and draw what they see. And there's the intensity of focus on that, I'm hearing the mirroring of that image. That I'm getting is the reflective quality here. And so it's like you're looking, it's almost like you're looking through, your focus is on what you see via your mind's eye. Okay, and that's what you are creating. Okay, but you're almost like not even focused on how you're creating it. The focus is on the flow of the vision through you into what you're doing, right? So it's like when you're drawing, you're not looking necessarily, always at how exactly you're drawing, because you're focused on what you are transposing. So I'm hearing the method and the madness, the method to the madness. Okay, so it's not just haphazard. Okay, it's not just I don't know what I'm doing. It's like you are. It's the vision. Okay, that I'm hearing is the access point, is the entry point. Okay, now you've got the Nine of Pentacles right beneath the Eight of Pentacles, 8, 9, leading right up to the Daughter of Wands. Again, the focus is on this character of the action. Who takes the action? Well, she's being created in a certain way, right? At the same time, what is it that she creates? What is it that they create? And in the solidity of that role, okay, the creative role that you take on, both as the subject and the object, you stumble upon how this takes form in the third dimension. But yet again, right? Your focus is on the concentration of the idealization, the dream, the goal, I'm hearing the thrills and the frills. It's like I'm getting this like Halloween maze sort of feeling, okay? And I'm getting the more that you focus on even the illusion, the disillusion on what doesn't necessarily make sense, on the ins and the outs. The more that you reach this point of understanding what materializes of it, the more that you recognize that it's not about first the materialization of it, but about the impetus, the conception, the dreaming of it. Okay, now, you're ready to just experience, not even to see, not even to understand, not even to analyze, okay, to measure, but just to experience how this all plays out. Okay, and it's very, very exciting. There's this, you're like, I'm on a mission. Okay, I'm on a mission. And it's better if it's called Mission Impossible, because I am impossible. I am the emblem of just how possible impossible is. My dreams are all impossible because they cannot be proved, because they don't exist, because they are created from a place of sheer fabrication, of dreams, of imagination. And I ride on that magic carpet to get where I'm going. Sagittarius, okay. I'm hearing Mr. Majesto, okay, whatever that may mean to you. Mr. Majesto, I'm also hearing Magic Pie, okay, so there is a moment, okay, the readiness, you're like, I'm gonna arrive to experience. I'm not coming with any expectation. I'm excited to see what comes of what I've been working towards, but you know what? The important thing is that it transmutes, okay, the stagnancy of having not, okay, worked in this way. And that is the thrill of it for me. The thrill of the chase. That is the compulsion for me to, experience it. Now, it culminates things, absolutely, by the 8, the 9, the 10 of Pentacles. Something is culminating. Something comes of this sort of shake-up, this readiness, this just total, right? You're like, it could technically, whatever comes about, it could technically mean something in the third dimension, but again, I'm not operating in that paradigm. I'm in the land of dreams, okay? Son of Swords in reverse. You're like, I can resurface later. I can resurface later. I can go home and think about that later. Okay, but right now, the focus is not on, again, the materialization of this manifestation. It is on feeling just how authentic the transformation and change is. Now, that leads you to this feeling of just complete change. Okay, you're like, while I was, working away, I'm hearing hurdles, and while I was, right, I'm hearing putting the time and the effort in, focusing on so hard, perhaps in the dark, long hours, nights, okay, I'm hearing chiseling away. I now see, okay, everything by way of being ready to see everything, to not see, but experience everything that comes about from it. Okay, now you got the Father of Cups in reverse in your deep past, the Four of Wands in reverse in your recent past, leading into the Two of Wands in reverse. Now, there is this focus on the emotional dimension, and you have the Father of Cups, the Five of Cups in reverse, although I'm not getting a super I'm not getting a focus on the emotions. I'm getting a focus on the experience of, the thrill. Okay, the thrill. You're like, I was born for Halloween kind of feeling, right? Like, where's the haunted house, right? Does it have a roller coaster inside? It's like that. You want it, okay? And so there is this recognition that this emotional past, I'm hearing lingering, would be transmuted. Okay, there was a recognition that it would be, and that whatever was sort of regimented, okay, specifically in terms of finances, career, that it would I'm hearing have it experience its own rite of passage, okay, that it would be transforming as well, the work that you do, right, professional, career endeavors. I'm hearing, and you recognize that it's not a matter of first understanding, of first speaking for, labeling it again what this transformation will be. It is surely a matter of experiencing it, okay? And so in the past, I'm getting there may have been this emphasis on the emotions, and in the recent past, the desire to see through the emotional experience that we may have been experiencing. But again, right, where there is this, I'm hearing the trial and error, where we're trying to see through what we were feeling, okay, but feeling emotionally rather than, right, it's like I'm going all in, okay, I'm going all in. There was a sort of feeling of imbalance, okay, like, you know, I feel that I'm not totally getting something here. I feel that it's almost like I'm poking around in the dark. Okay, but what I'm getting for you is now that the intention and the efforts are directive. So it's no longer about, well, right, I'm in the dark or I'm not in the dark. It's a matter of what serves as my point of clarity and my point of reference is my vision. When I close my eyes, okay, so yet again, it's like my vision is glow in the dark. Okay, it's not dependent on context. Okay, I'm hearing it's not situational. So that recognition, okay, leads you to this place, current state, 2 of Wands in reverse, leading into the Chariot, of accepting our cause. Okay, accepting our cause, and that just, it unleashes this I'm hearing admonition, okay, but releases this force of potential, of creativity to pursue itself, right? So it's like this feeling, stallion in the stable, right? I've been waiting to get out. Oh my goodness. Okay, they held me cooped up in this stable for, I can't even tell you how long. Okay, I was born to fly. Yeah, I'm a horse. Okay, but I have wings that you don't know about. Okay, that I don't even know about technically, but I'm just ready, right, to will them into motion. Right, and it's almost as if, and I'm getting here, it's like I'm seeing the hair on this stallion as like wings, okay, from which it's like the liftoff, okay, and it's almost like the chariot's like, I'm not expecting how this is going to go down. All I know is that the more that I flow with the desire for it, that I move into myself. I move further from what I understood, I characterize as my passion, closer to what I embody as the manifestation of what it is that I desire. Okay, so it's so very exciting. Sagittarius, enjoy Halloween, okay? Love and light to you all on this transformational journey forward. And I highly, highly, highly recommend for you to check out your rising, ascendant, or moon sign in matters of love, finances as well. Venus may play a role, so you may want to check your Venus sign out. If you don't know your Venus sign, you can click the link below in the description box I provide, and that will compute them for you. Okay, nonetheless, thank you for tuning in, Sagittarius, for all your support. Love and light to you on this journey forward, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.